In a previous video I fixed the drive tracks for this forklift toy, and now I'm going to focus on making the lifting mechanism for the fork work again. The fork lifting mechanism consists of these two metal parts, which are actually originally window lifters from an old 1970s car, and these were coupled together with the shaft driven by a shredded belt connected to a wiper motor. But this never really worked all that well, so I thought I'd replace that with gears. So I designed some new gears with my gear generator program. I can barely get both gears out of one scrap of plywood. Try being this frugal with a CNC machine. I'll connect these shaft things here using a piece of 1-inch dowel. I just have to make sure I drill it out more accurately than I did last time. This motor has a couple of flat spots on the shaft here, and that's not enough contact area for wood. So back in '85 I made this washer to go on there, and that washer mounts in the gear. The way that the fork tilt used to work is there was a string along here and it was wrapped around the dowel that went right here, which was turned by this motor, and that was mounted using this bracket. Problem is, now that I put this motor in the middle, I don't have room for this bracket on here anywhere. So I have to figure out another way to mount this motor. I think this will work. I added a screw here to screw it onto the crank, and then this string pulls back on the fork. And there's another string that goes in the opposite direction, and that allows me to push the fork down. I made two more switches to control the fork, and those are wired to work just like they work on my tractor, because I'm still trying to get used to those. It's important to keep these cables out of the tracks, and especially out of these bits and these gears. So here's my cable mast, and that goes in here, and it's held by this bracket. Okay, time to do some testing.